Hey guys, that horror critic here, and my co-host,
This is Master Noah 2015.
and this is Monday Night Horror Talk. And for this week, what do we have to talk about?
We'll be talking about the original Halloween franchise.
Yes, we're going to be talking about the original 8 films, and we will be giving a very extremely brief opinion on the 2 remakes. All right, so I guess let's get started with the original Halloween. We can just flip flop, like I'll go first, and then you go second, and so forth.
Sounds good to me. You go first.
All right, with the original Halloween movie, I think this is a good, well, not a good, a great movie. This happens to actually be my favorite film of all time. It's a really good. A lot of people say it started the slasher genre. I mean, I don't think it started the slasher genre, but I think it did a good. It was a good base for the horror genre to start with. It's just a great movie all around. I mean, it's pretty much just about this guy who's killing this group of babysitters, and I mean that's all you really need to know. You don't. He's just and his doctor's chasing him. You don't know why he's doing this. You don't know what his goal is. He's just killing people. You know, just because he's
But,
seen this woman walk up to his doorstep and drop some mail off.
yeah, I completely agree. This film was. I mean, there's nothing to. I mean, there might be a few small little things, but there's really nothing to complain about that can really be helped because it was all around a great movie. They didn't include stuff that didn't matter. They didn't try to make you. They didn't try to explain every little detail to you. They just all you need to know is he's a symbol of pure evil, and he's ready to kill someone, and that's all you need to know to enjoy this movie.
I completely agree. I think anyone who's a fan of movies or even watches movies should enjoy this movie. Even if
Yeah,
they're not a fan of horror, it really doesn't show anything that would be offensive.
yeah. There's no real gore or blood in this movie. I mean, it might. And there are a couple disturbing things, but like maybe like dead bodies, but it never shows him like slicing a girl up. Or anything.
all right, well, I guess that about sums it up. Halloween, great movie.
Great movie.
Halloween 2.
And me go first. You go first.
Yep, we're just gonna exchange. Like you go.
All right. Well, um, I I believe this is a very great sequel because the biggest thing that makes it such a great sequel to me is it's a sequel all the way through. It's not just another movie with the same character and the same title. It picked up exactly where it left off, and it ended. It started on the same night and it ended on the same night. And I think it explained just a little bit. Just I mean, they might explain just a little too much, but I think they actually explained the perfect amount. You know, the sequel, they needed to explain just a little bit so you weren't getting bored of the same story. You know, of course, the same story is great, but you don't need to get bored. You need a little bit of explanation so it's not just the same film. But I think this is a great addition to the Halloween series. I did love this film, and I thought it had a pretty good ending, or well, a mostly good ending. Not as well as the first, but still good.
Okay, all right. Yeah, pretty much everything you said applies with me. I think the movie is almost the same. It feels the same as the first movie as well,
Yeah,
because I think that is because Dean Cundey worked on this movie, and if you don't know, he's the director for photography for the DP, I believe, and he made the movie have the same feel. And I really like the opening because it's just like the original opening, except for this time we actually go through the pumpkin and see there's a skull in the back. And I like how the credits are the same as the first movie, so it really feels like it's connected. And how it starts out with the end of the first movie. So overall, I really enjoy this movie. I feel Michael Myers was about the same as in the first. I don't feel nothing really or anything really changed, to be honest. So good movie.
very good movie. The only thing I have to complain about is the one scene where, well, we just won't get into that right now.
All right. Halloween 3. I guess I'll get started on this one. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is one of those movies where a lot of people don't like it simply because of one reason, which the reason for this movie being is that Michael Myers is not in it. Now, ever since Halloween 25 Years of Terror and that convention that went along with it, um, a lot of people have started liking the movie more and appreciating it for what it is, and I think that's a good thing. Because this movie has nothing to do with Halloween or the Michael Myers character. So people really weren't happy with this movie whenever it came out because they just wanted to see Michael Myers killing people again. But if you take away Halloween 3 and just call this movie like Season of the Witch and watch it for what it is, it's a really good science fiction movie, and I really like it.
Basically, everything you said, like just like in Halloween 2, applies to what I had to say. When I first watched it, I was not pleased, but now that I watch it, if you go into the film knowing it's not going to have Michael Myers, and you go into the film viewing it as a different film as not a part of the series, just its own film called Season of the Witch, then you're going to enjoy it if you can just see it for what it really is, which is a very good classic science fiction horror film.
Um, I guess that's all to say about that one. So, Halloween 4, you go ahead and get started on that one.
All right. Well, first of all, I think Halloween 4 is the third best of the series. Um, I really love the ending. The ending felt like the originals, but at the same time, it had a twist to it, and it was distinctive. Left you hanging, but explained some stuff at the same time. Um, I really liked the little girl factor. You know, I guess she was related. I can't remember exactly what, but I love that. The only one thing I didn't like was his costume and his outfit. He looked, in the original Halloween films, the outfit that Michael Myers wore, you could tell that Michael Myers had just found it. He had put it on, he just found it, put it on, and that's what was so creepy about it, that he was just ready to commit evil. But in this movie, considering that he just found the suit on some guy, and that the mask was, you know what I mean. Considering that, it looked like he waxed his mask and dry cleaned the clothing before he put it on to go kill some people, because it's not. I don't think fake would be the word, because uh, there's not much special things, or there's not much special pieces of his original outfit that really needs to be there, but fake isn't the word. The word would be out of place that his costume really makes you think of.
I agree completely. Um, he really doesn't look like he should belong, or he really doesn't look like there's any wear on the outfit at all. It just looks like it's brand new. Like
Exactly.
nothing's happened. And I mean, he did steal the outfit. That's true. But I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't steal the crap. I don't know the word for it. The coveralls. He did not steal those. Or well, he did from someone who was working on cars. So I mean, why would they? Unless the guy just bought a brand new like pair of coveralls, they're not gonna look like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the actor who played him, I wasn't a big fan of. But other than that, yeah, I feel like this is a great movie. It
Yeah.
it, it definitely feels like the original, and that's one thing I like about it. So it was made by a fan, and I'm really grateful for that because he knew what he was doing. And
Yeah.
like you said, I like the ending. So that's Halloween 4 in a nutshell.
All right, Halloween 5. Now you have some strong feelings about this film, so I'll let you go first.
Well, first of all, I think this movie is fantastic. No, I don't think it's
Yeah.
fantastic. If you think that I think it's fantastic, you should just end it right here because you're not going to enjoy what I have to say about this movie. This movie I feel is the worst of all the Halloween movies aside from the remakes because this movie is extremely boring. The only thing that I enjoy about this movie is Donald Pleasance and Michael Myers' interactions.
Donald
Um,
Pleasance is great. So.
Now I feel that Michael Myers was played by a huge guy, and that is completely wrong. Um, and then Michael Myers' mask looks completely different, and it's completely stupid looking.
What is it you said about the hair?
Well, see, his hairline starts at like the top of his forehead, and I mean, it's complete. It looks like it's slicked back. Like it doesn't look like a Halloween, or it doesn't look like the original mask at all, and it doesn't look like the mask from Part 4. And I know he was in like a waterfall or whatever, and maybe the waterfall morphed the masks somehow. I don't know, but yeah, I don't honestly like this movie at all. Yeah, like I said, it's the worst one in my opinion.
I
Uh,
completely agree. I mean, this film is a very bad addition to the Halloween series. Um, like you said, the mask just looks. I mean, I know that you could maybe justify it with the waterfall incident, but at the same time, it's just that makes no sense. At the same time, um, and then they had apparently Michael and what's your name? I can't remember.
Jamie Lloyd.
Yeah, Jamie Lloyd. Michael and Jamie Lloyd had some kind of psychic connection, you know,
Yeah.
apparently, and she was mute all of a sudden, like you said before. Ju- It is just a horrible film. It really is.
Hmm. Yep. We both pretty much share the same opinions about that one. I actually hear a lot of people like Halloween 5, and I don't. Well, it's not that they really like the movie. It's just they think that the movie is tolerable, and they probably would put it above 6 and Resurrection. And I've actually heard some people who would say, 4 and 5 are basically the same. I think they're both on par, and I completely disagree because I think number 4 was an original movie and extremely good, close to the original, but I think this movie was just really boring and sullied Michael Myers.
Yeah, it's exactly like they say you can tie it together like you can the first two, but if it weren't for the characters, there would be no justification to tie these films together.
Okay, Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers.
You me go first? You.
You.
All right then. Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. It introduced the idea of Michael Myers being run by a cult, being controlled by a cult. Um, that a lot of people will just immediately start bashing this film even more than number 5 just because of that. I can see where someone complaining about that. I do not like the fact that he explained that. I always liked the idea of Michael Myers being a symbol of complete evil. He was killing people. He was evil, and he had above above average human strength. That's all you needed to know. But they explained way too much. Explaining is okay if you do it right. They just like gave you complete history of Michael Myers. I mean, it was horrible. But I'm not going to do like most people because it wasn't. I mean, when I say it's horrible, I mean it shouldn't be in there. But still better than number 5. Alan Ruck. I mean, not
Paul Rudd.
Yeah, Paul Rudd, not Alan Ruck. Paul Rudd. He it's hard to explain his character. He had the strangest facial expressions and the strangest, I've heard you say before. He just like stared into your soul whenever he acted, but it wasn't not in a good way. He just did these twitches and just craziness.
I completely agree. Actually, I love the scene where Paul Rudd in the movie, he actually walks into he had heard Jamie Lloyd's phone call over the radio, and he had like I know Dead Pit's commentary went over this. He had like a big reel-to-reel like recorder in his house. Like, who has one of those big, huge studio recorders in his room? And so he hears that, and he goes down to the airport, and he sees like blood on the floor, which I don't know how anyone didn't notice this because it's like an airport. And he sees it, and he follows it into the bathroom and finds a baby, and he's like, "Shh," and he just walks away. Like, he's so casual about this whole thing. He just found a baby. Like, he knew who it was, and I mean, I guess he didn't want to attract any attention, but it seemed like he was so nonchalant that this was all happening to him.
I don't know, right? It's just he was like just strolling, taking a stroll down the Michael Myers. So I mean, just it's funny. It really is. It's comedy.
But yeah, I think the movie. I really like Michael Myers in the movie. I mean, once again, he's played by George Wilbur, who played him in the fourth movie. I think he does a better job this time around, and
I think he
I,
tried a lot this time
I
around.
like the outfit a lot more this time too. I think this is probably the in the sequels, besides the second movie, I probably think this is the closest they got to making the mask look kind of like the original. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think
it's still different though.
it's different, but I mean, after number five, you know, you're desperate for anything, and this film, I think it improved a lot of number five. This film doesn't deserve to be bashed like it is. A lot of people will immediately criticize it for the whole cult aspect of the film, but I thought it was. I mean, it's you know, it's pretty good. But anything else?
Nope.
But yeah, Alan Ruck, definitely the most distinctive character in the entire
Paul
Halloween.
Rudd. Paul Rudd.
Yeah, why do I keep saying Alan Ruck?
Who is Alan Ruck? I don't know who Alan Ruck
Oh,
is.
he's on Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He's his friend.
Oh wait, yeah, I know him. Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron. I don't know why I get him and Paul Rudd mixed up. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, I guess you could confuse them in the movie whenever Cameron's just like sitting there staring, not saying anything at all. Like, that pretty much is Paul Rudd in a nutshell.
Exactly.
All right, Halloween H2O. This is the seventh movie in the franchise,
Yes.
and I guess I'll get started on this one.
Uh-huh.
Um, I just want to say this is the Scream Halloween movie, which if you don't get what I'm saying, Scream came out in 1996, which is right before this movie came out, or well, a couple of years, like 1 or 2 years before this movie came out. So Kevin Williamson, which is the guy that wrote H2O and Scream, he really wanted to write a Halloween movie because Halloween, he loved that movie. That inspired him to actually make Scream. So he wrote this movie, and the movie ends up feeling like one of those late '90s Scream movies. Um, a lot of people say this is probably the best sequel, like either that or number two. I disagree completely. I think this is a good entry and probably my fourth favorite, but I don't think it's quite as good as number four or number two, and obviously nowhere near the original. I just really like how Jamie Lee Curtis is back, and I guess that's pretty much all I have to say about the movie.
Yeah, I completely agree with saying that it's not the best sequel. Most people say that it lives up to be the best sequel, including Halloween 2. For me, just like you said, it's my fourth. It's for me it goes Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 4, and then H2O. It's not a bad movie. I really liked the ending. You know, they didn't leave you off knowing that he's gonna escape. She was determined to kill him. I like that. I really like that. I thought that was creative, but other than that, it's a good sequel. And like you said, it felt like a late '90s Scream movie. I do agree there, but not the best sequel of the series.
Hmm. All right.
All right then, Halloween Resurrections now.
All right. You can go first on this one.
All right. Well, the movie. Um, first of all, you can't go into watching this movie expecting a classic Halloween movie because it's not. Had Busta Rhymes. It really played a reality television aspect. A bunch of kids in the house, and you know, creepy house or whatever, and then Michael Myers comes back. First of all, I have to say I do like how he killed Jamie Lee. I mean, how he killed Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis once again. Of course, it explained that the reason he's still alive is because he had switched costumes with another man and crushed his. What is he crushed?
It's larynx.
Yeah, apparently he crushed his larynx where he couldn't talk and he seemed like Michael, you know, whatever. But anyway, it doesn't really feel like an original Halloween, but it's not horrible. I don't have a lot to say about it. I really don't. All I have to say is I thought it was pretty interesting. it was its own film whenever they made Michael Myers become a part of, they're making a reality TV show and the Michael Myers shows up, a twist on itself. That's really all.
Uh,
I don't have a lot to say about it. I really don't.
yeah. I'm glad Michael Myers did kill Laurie Strode at the beginning of the movie because that makes him free once again without really motive, kind of like the original movie. So that is an upside of the movie. And, it's not plagued with all that backstory stuff that 5 and 6 is.
Yeah.
But it's still not one of my favorites, and I don't think it ever has been. It's just an interesting movie. I wouldn't really recommend watching it. I'd probably say it's pretty bad.
It is pretty bad, but I'm not going to bash it a whole lot just because I don't have a lot to complain about. It's just not a great. It's just not a good movie. Is all I have to say.
That's pretty much all I have to say too. And then the two Rob Zombie movies. I'll just give a quick opinion on what I think of them. Rob Zombie's Halloween. I thought it was okay at the beginning, up until they started with Michael Myers actually being an adult, and then I thought it completely turned crappy because at least the beginning half was original, so I didn't have much to compare to, so I couldn't really say it was bad. I mean, it wasn't good, but I mean, I couldn't say it was made me mad or anything. But then once it started remaking the original movie, it really made me mad, and I hate that movie. And then Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I thought that movie was horrible, but I think it's better than the first one because it actually, it didn't make me mad while I was watching it, and the movie in itself is so bad that it's funny, and so with that, you can actually watch it more than once because it's entertaining and funny.
Yeah. Pretty much the same way. What you said about the beginning being original, I thought that boy actually did a very good job as being a young Michael Myers. Can't remember his name, but he did a good job. But then again, whenever he started remaking the movie, like you said, it can be sickening. Halloween 2 was not a remake of Halloween 2, it was a sequel to the remake.
Hmm.
But actually, I pretty much had the same opinion as you. Uh, Horrible. Second one was not as horrible as the first whenever it comes to the actual remaking part. So yeah, there's not much to say. Bad movies, not a part of the series. The end.
All right, so that was a Halloween franchise. Thank you guys for watching. This was That Horror Critic, and
National 2015 on Monday Night Horror Talk.
so see you guys later.
Yep.
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 So see you guys later.